Polling has begun for the sixth and penultimate phase of the UP Assembly elections, as Thursday will seal the fate of 676 candidates, including Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath in 57 constituencies spread across 10 eastern UP districts. The former MP Adityanath, who's currently a member of the state's Legislative Council, is making his debut in the assembly polls from the Gorakhpur urban seat. Another big name in the fray is his former cabinet colleague and now a heavyweight OBC face for the Samajwadi Party, Swami Prasad Maurya, who had quit the ruling BJP just ahead of these elections. Well, let's go across to Saurabh now, who joins us from Balia. And Saurabh, tell us more about this particular phase of polling.
Gargi, very good morning to you and all viewers as well. Very important phase for BJP and Samajwadi Party. This is second last phase of UP Assembly polls. Akhilesh Yadav has done that social engineering of non-Yadav OBC leaders. In fact, few seats which are polling today are important when it comes to that non-Yadav OBC factor. Swami Prasad Maurya had quit Yogi's cabinet and joined Samajwadi Party just before the polls. O.P. Rajbhar also has impact on more than 50 seats, along with Dara Singh Chauhan, another non-Yadav OBC leader. And we all know that when Yogi Adityanath has given slogan that this election is 80 versus 20, then these non-Yadav OBC leaders had said that it is 85 against 15, that 85%, which includes the backward minorities, and 15 the upper caste. So that's the narrative. It was the narrative that was the narrative by Akhilesh Yadav's non-Yadav OBC engineering leaders. Swami Prasad Maurya contesting from Fazil Nagar. In fact, before this election he used to contest from Padrauna seat, but this time he had changed his seat. He is contesting from Fazil Nagar, it's in Kushinagar. Apart from that, as you've been mentioning, Gargi, that Yogi Adityanath for the first time he is contesting assembly elections, and Samajwadi Party has given ticket to Shubhavati Shukla against Yogi Adityanath, who is widow of ex-BJP leader Upendra Nath Shukla. Apart from that, one more important seat which is polling today is Chillupa seat of Gorakhpur. From there, Vinay Shankar Tiwari, son of Hari Shankar Tiwari, and a heavyweight Brahmin leader, and Vinay Shankar Tiwari was in BSP and later joined Samajwadi Party. Akhilesh Yadav had campaigned. He did a roadshow in Gorakhpur as well, and apart from that, seats in Devariya, and right now I'm standing in Balia. Balia is very important, Gargi, because in 2016, Prime Minister Modi held a rally and launched Ujjwala Yojana, which played a very important role to get BJP in power in 2017. So Ujjwala Yojana was launched here, and Prime Minister Modi held a rally last week here, and he said that I have that emotional connection with Balia. So Balia is very important. In Balia there are 7 assembly seats, Gargi. Out of these 7 assembly seats, BJP had won 5 seats, 1 seat to BSP and 1 seat to Samajwadi Party. And apart from that, this particular phase, Akhilesh Yadav is very hopeful that he will gain in this phase, because he has got that non-Yadav OBC support. He is hopeful that he will get the support of non-Yadav OBC votes. And indeed, RPN Singh, he himself is not contesting from Padrauna, but he got the ticket for his loyal Manish Jaiswal. He's contesting from that seat, and we have seen RPN Singh campaigning for BJP in Padrauna and few other seats of Maharajganj and Kushinagar. This is the eastern part which is close to Bihar and Nepal border. Very crucial in last assembly elections. Out of these 57 seats, Gargi, BJP had won 47 seats. So only 1 seat. One more important point I would like to raise. Ajay Kumar Lallu, who is state chief of Congress, is also contesting from Tamkoi Raj seat of Kushinagar. Priyanka Gandhi had come for the campaign. Ajay Kumar Lallu is very important factor. We have seen him protesting and going to jail for issues of migrant workers, TT, Shiksha Mitran, etc. So his fate will also be sealed today, Gargi. So very interesting second last phase in eastern part of Uttar Pradesh today, Gargi.
All right. Thanks so much, Saurabh, for joining us with those details as elections begin and polling begins in the 6th phase of UP elections. NDTV Sanket also sent us this report.
A very, very crucial phase now, because slowly and gradually this massive state election is now inching towards its end. Today is the 6th phase of the elections, and in the 6th phase, this is predominantly just a small part of the Awadh region, and predominantly the politics of Purvanchal are going to be at play. 6 assembly, in fact, this is phase 6, where in the 6th phase there are 57 assembly constituencies from 10 districts which are witnessing elections, and polling, remember, in UP is a 7-phase affair. Now, two very, very important contests. Number one is the Chief Minister himself, where I'm standing right now in Gorakhpur. In just a short moment, he'll be coming to cast his vote, where the Chief Minister is pitted against the entire opposition, because in his party, he's not just here contesting a Vidhan Sabha election for the first time in his life, just to be a victor and just to be an MLA. He's contesting this election as a prestige battle to be able to exert influence not just in Gorakhpur Sadar but also the entire region. Will he be able to do it? Because if in Gorakhpur we talk about what the opponents are doing, you have the Samajwadi Party, which has fielded a widow of a former BJP leader. Her name is Shubhavati Shukla, in order to cut the Brahmin votes away from the BJP. Can it actually dent Yogi Adityanath? One does not know, but the contest is very real, as a lot of people here are saying, and that has been our assessment as well. So anyone who expects like a clean sweep in favor of Yogi Adityanath may not happen. But also, him being here and winning from here could also mean a lot for the entire Purvanchal region. Because, of course, Gorakhpur is a major nerve center as far as Purvanchal caste-based politics is concerned. Remember, caste factors are now going to come into force in this particular phase. You've got the very interesting shift of Swami Prasad Maurya from the BJP, from the BSP to the BJP to the Samajwadi Party. Mr. Maurya is also in the contest from Fazil Nagar in Kushinagar district. Him moving with the Maurya votes supposedly for the Samajwadi Party, and also many other alliances that the Samajwadi Party has done with smaller parties to get this caste arithmetic right. This time around, the Samajwadi Party is hopeful that this bellwether region of Purvanchal is going to go in their favour. The BJP on their part feel that with an Apna Dal and a Sanjay Nishad on their side, they will be able to manage this caste equation, and most of their leaders are now saying that caste equations don't matter. But we all know that in eastern UP, particularly in Purvanchal, it is not much about polarization politics, but a lot has to do with the caste equations. Who has that caste equation right this time around will be very interesting. Just a short history of Purvanchal. Between phase 6 and 7 of the 111 seats, in 2007, 70 went to the BSP and the BSP formed its government. Around 80 went to the Samajwadi Party in 2012 and they formed the government. 100 went to the BJP and they formed the government in 2017. How is 2022 going to be any different? We'll find out.